Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You are live with Lou here at home. Welcome, and we have about 3 minutes before we get started. So, as you're getting your things together, please grab a hold of a chair today. Today, we're going to use a chair to help in balance. Good morning, good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
See you after class.
Grab a chair and we're going to use it. So in 2 minutes, we're going to need a chair, of course your blanket, a couple of blocks maybe if you have blocks or something you can use today. Today's going to be soft and easy yoga. So relax, get yourself together. We'll be back in a little bit. Let me close this door. I am ready to go. So I'm going to hang out with you here. Good morning, good morning. You're live with me here. Do you have a chair? Yes? Good. Good, good, good. You know what I forgot to do on my phone? So it doesn't come interruptions. I need to turn it. Give me 1 second, guys. You're still with me live, but I just need to turn on the do not disturb. Don't forget that. Huh? I forgot to plug in a couple of days, a couple of sessions, but you don't want to forget to do that. That's important. So hoping you have enough room, good, just enough room to see the hands in every direction. Good, excellent. All right, so as we're getting ready, as you know, hopefully you know by now, unless you're new, I'm Lou Segura. I'm here to give you some yoga, free yoga during our time. We're experiencing, so the closer we become, the more we join together, the easier life becomes, the more we can tolerate, the more adaptable we become. But no, nothing lasts forever. So allow yourself the knowledge of your breath, breathing inward, breathing outward intentionally. Try that 5 times. Try to hold a pause on the bottom of your exhale. Try to hold a pause on the top of your inhale. Just a pause before you go. So it's intentional. If you do that 5 times, I promise you, just the breath alone is going to make you feel calmer, more relaxed. Okay? And so I'm going to move you. We're going to start standing. I always love to start standing. I'm not going to use the chair first. Not yet, but allow yourself to have it ready. And all we're going to do is find our mountain pose. So mountain pose, turning your toes so that the middle, second and third toe, right in between on that webbing of the ball joint, not the toe itself. Sometimes the toes go in different directions, so it's the ball joint. The webbing, second and third toe ball joint, and the heel line up straight from forward to back. And feel your heels pulling down into the floor. Feel your big toe pulling in a little bit more. Feel both knees drawing toward each other, mountain pose. If this is your very first time, allow yourself to be calm and relaxed without anxieties of judging yourself or stressing yourself out about whether you're doing it right or wrong. So keep breathing through the nose, inhaling and exhaling. Allow yourself time. It takes time to really push. Try to separate the toes by pushing the ball joints. Try to feel the arches lifting. Feel the kneecaps lifting. Feel the kneecaps lining up on top of the heels. The tailbone. The thighs are rolling in. The thighs are rolling out, becoming firm to stay. The belly is pulling in even deeper with every exhale. Lifting your body tall. Allowing yourself to breathe. Opening up like a flower. Blooming. But don't lift your chin. Tuck your chin. Feel it. Feel the crown extending so you're stretching the neck. Feel the arms lengthening. Feel the fingertips, the palms, the hands, the wrists, the elbows. Feel the shoulders melting back and down. Feel your breath. Just breathe and focus here. Maybe looking like we're not doing anything, but notice yourself. Notice your strength. Notice if you have an even pull from one side to the other. Notice if your shoulder blades are flat to the back. If your spine is flat all the way up. Even that little arch is missing. Breathing. Feel your energy. Every inhale, feel yourself getting lighter and lighter and lighter, 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 lifting yourself taller and longer and longer. Feel yourself cinching as well as lengthening. Feel that spine releasing, but try to do it all softly so that you can. So that you're squeezing everything, which is the difference. Squeezing is going to keep you from lengthening. So stretching to lengthen is where we want to go. Breathing. And just keep breathing. We have another 2 minutes before we actually move. So allow yourself some time. My honey's going to walk by again. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Allowances is all it is. Allow or don't allow. Decisions, decisions, decisions. What are we going to do? Feel that belly pulling in. Feel it working. Feel yourself. Notice where you are. Can you do it softer? But even though I'm saying soft, it's in the stretching, it's in the pushing, it's in the lengthening, it's in the drawing, it's in the breathing that we all become firm, like a mountain. Think of the word, mountain pose. 1 more minute. Please don't move. Please try to stay steady, focus, concentrate, right? Same thing, focus and concentrate. Focus could be visual, concentration is definitely internal. It could be visual too, I guess. But concentrate, internalize. Try not to let that head come forward. Relax more of your spine so that you can feel yourself. As we inhale, allow the arms to sweep all the way up. Stretching away, not just lifting your arms, but stretching them away. Feel them reaching all the way up. Breathing. Feel the rib cage stretching away. Feel the shoulders shrugging up to the ears. Into a forward bend. Gently melting down. Allow your body to softly fold. Let your body melt on the thighs. Don't rush. Releasing your head, your arms, your fingers, your hands. Give your body a little shake. Just a little one, releasing more tension. Now a little pulsating up and down of your body. Just releasing tension. Nothing big, nothing hard. And then from side to side, gently. Make the hips move your body. Make the hips move your body. Soften your body more. And come back to your center. Keep feeling the big toes, the inner heels, right? Keep pushing away from the floor now. Roll, inhale, way up high. Good. Now let's stretch up again. Stretch up. Stretch a little higher this time. Stretch and lengthen. Reaching. This time look up at the fingers. And alternate the arms up a little higher. Now feel the sides of the body. Let's go a little lean to the side. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Breathing. So notice, it's one inhale, it's one exhale. Gently. Try to slow it down. Last one. thumbs to the sky, into a forward bend. Soften your knees, let yourself melt, let go, all the way down. Inhale, bring your hands on your shin, extend your body up, keep your chin into your throat, the spine between your shoulders, shoulder blades flat, draw your body forward, lift the back of the thighs, feel that heel, feel the big toe, gently feel both of them reaching further as we lift further forward. Carefully, not to over pull. Soften, let the body come down. Rolling your spine, inhale, all the way up you go. Reaching outward, reaching upward. Now let's strengthen into a chair pose. Let the knees draw forward, hips going backward, gently melting yourself to where you can hold. Feel the calves stretching. Just to where you can go. Stay. And gently fold all the way down, melting what you can. Rolling your spine. Inhale, gently draw way up high, reaching up to the sky. And relax your arms down. Good. So I'm going to grab that chair. And I'm going to place it where you can see it. I'm going to place it on my mat so that you can see. Now, stand in front of your chair. This is great for those who can't go on the floor, who can't do a lot of things. So allowing yourself to stand, keep your feet about hip width apart, sweeping the arms, inhale up to the sky. As we exhale, let the palms come down to the bench. Flatten down your back. Try to feel that spine melting between the shoulders, lifting up in your heart, feeling everything flattening, breathing, pushing away the shoulders, sinking the spine, shoulder blades back. Do that a couple of times. Breathing, good. Just to feel the shoulder blades releasing themselves. A little bit more. Can you lift up the back of the thighs so the sacrum is flat? Notice my knees are straight. If you need to bend them, you can bend them, but try to stay as flat as you can, as straight as you can, and gently come back up. Nothing big, nothing hard. Allow yourself to use the opposite side. Notice I'm going from side to side, just to get different angles, just to do different. So I'm going to bring the chair further forward so I have more room, right? That's for my Facebook viewers. It's a narrower screen. This time, coming back so far enough so that you could bring your hands to the chair, far enough and close enough so that you can do that, and bend at the hips. Sweeping the arms, inhale. Line up the knuckles of your fingers on the edge of the chair. Pressing down, softly trying to get the back to become flat. Without moving the chair forward, lengthen back and try to flatten your back. Try to flatten your spine between your shoulder blades. Try to flatten. If your chair is narrow, maybe you need to come a little bit more to the sides. Just be careful. Keep your elbows extending. Take a deep breath. Draw the belly in. Pull the hips back. Gently come back up. All the way if you can, or step forward if you need to. Breathe. Coming back out already?
I do have to come back up.
Shut the door. Please, sorry.
No choice.
Huh?
No choice.
Yes, I understand.
No more chili on quarantine.
Montezuma's revenge almost. Okay. I'm putting the chair on my side so you can see. I don't want to put it to the front. If I put it in front, will you be able to see me? All right, I'll put it on the side. Putting it on the side for balance, I'm going to use the back of the chair to hold on to, okay, for balance sake, if you need to for balance sake. So allow yourself to get the chair. Yeah, I have to use the center. In the center, right? That's where you're going to see the differences, in the center. So for a warrior one, if you need to, you can always reach back to the chair and step back, helping yourself to step. If you can, just step back. The front knee stays on top of the heel. Use the chair if you need it. It's just to help you balance. Still applies, all the aspects of the pose applies. So what does that mean? That means that even if you're holding on, your heels still have to line up forward to back. Your second and third toe in the front still has to line up to the heel. The kneecap still has to line up to the second and third toe and the heel. The hips are still trying to turn in without bending the knee in the back. The blade of the foot is still pressing into the floor. And the shoulders with the body, the ribs, the waist is turning the body still to the front. And we're reaching all the aspects of what this is. And we're breathing. And we're allowing just to focus on the pose. And we're allowing. Gently coming back up. You could hold on to your chair. You can always move it back. Coming through. Top draw. For a triangle pose, we're going to turn the legs on the side. This time, if you need the chair, I'm turning it on the side. I may bring it even closer, whatever is comfortable for you. But for the triangle pose, it's the same thing. Hips do all the work. Hips are trying to turn in line with the heels without letting the blade off the floor, without letting the instep or off the floor, the ball joints. Kneecap stays in line, both hips traveling, ribs traveling, breathing. If you need to, use your chair. Anything's going to help you. Of course, if you can go lower by pushing the hips further, you can always come to a lower block, little table, stool, right? Maybe you can come further and gently come back up. So rather than moving around constantly, stepping up, stepping back, stepping up, although that's not a bad thing to do, let's just pivot the feet in, allowing gently to move, okay? Feel your feet where they would be if you stepped, allowing, whether you're holding on or not, for the knee to bend, the hip to soften in, keep that body straight, breathe, right? Reaching, ask that body to turn, ask the hips to turn, just what you can. Allow, allow, allow. You don't have to travel far. It doesn't have to be perfect. The higher you are, that means it's tight, right? You're tighter, so good, it's okay. Relax. That's why we're here working. Feel, let you reacquaint yourself with your body. It's not a rush job. Maybe you need to turn a little bit more, maybe you can. Focusing on keeping that knee straight, the blade on the floor. Maybe you can turn your hips more, maybe not. It's all good. It's all good. Triangle pose, softly turns. Turn my chair so that I can maybe use it if I need to, right? Pushing through the hips, allowing gently what I need to give me support. So from here, it's a good place to have support because this is a good spot where most of us are tight, especially into the inner thigh groin area. So if you need to soften your knee a little bit, soften it a little bit, but not big. Try to keep it straight. Try to get the hips to keep pushing back. Carefully not to lock the knee back either. That's too much, no good. As bent as you need, try to lift your heart upward. Try to imagine where your heel is. Maybe you can lean back your shoulders to your heel. Maybe you can bring your hips into your heel. Feel the differences. Maybe you can keep pushing the body. Maybe you can lengthen through the crown. Feel that straightness of your body. Breathing. Notice how my arm bent so far? Maybe I need a lower block, right, so my arm stays straight. All right, maybe. Carefully. Okay, come back up. Inhale, pivot your feet to the front. Not hard, soft and gentle. But let's walk so that the heels are only slightly wider than the shoulders. The toes come in to the heel, second and third toe. Breathe. Feel them pulling inward. Allow. Feel them. And even though the big toe and the inner heels are pulling inward and down, the knees are staying on top of the heel, in line, that same line. Sweeping without bending your knees, sweep your arms way up high. Let the palms touch, hands to the heart. So how do you do this with a chair? Well, I have a chair right back here, so I'm going to use the bench, part of the couch. So imagine putting the chair back there and trying to sit down without actually touching. So you're not touching at all. You're still up there. Maybe you can bring your elbows inside your knees. Separate your knees, but separate your heels to get a straight arm. Push the hips down to touch the couch, the chair if you need to. Just a little bit, up and down. Or maybe you just can come down without that. Melting. Oh. Feeling your back flattening, your hips giving, your heels turning on more to allow yourself to sink the hips downward and forward toward the heels. Keep lifting your spine if you can. Shoulder blades pulling back, perhaps trying to. And gently come back up. Oh, well done. Come back in, soften, and shake out those legs a little bit. A little stronger in your poses. I'm going to turn back to the side. Warrior 2. Let's inhale the legs back. Now we want to open those hips. Make everything flat, but don't let the knees suffer. What does that mean? Don't let the knee bow outward. Don't let the knee buckle inward. Keep it right on top of the heel in line with the second and third toe. Breathe. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Stretch your legs. Come back down to your warrior 2. Taking your time. Inhale, come back up. And relax your arms. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. Let's pivot to the other side. Take your time. Allow yourself to adjust. Soften through the arms. Left palm up, right palm down. Breathing, sinking, allowing. Need to join. Get that knee to go right on top. You could always shorten your stance if it needs to be a little higher, right? But when you can, you go further. And don't do what I did, please. Don't move your front leg. That's the leg that's supposed to be in place. It's the back leg that needs to move. It's that back leg. The front leg is your support. Breathe. Inhale, extend. Exhale back down. Good. Inhale, extend. And relax. Turn your feet back around to the front. Breathing. So hopping your feet together or walking your feet together, either way, gently come back up. Nothing big, nothing hard, just allow. Soften and shake it out. Balancing. So the chair, for balance sake, this time I'm putting it to the side of on my side. I'm going to my right side. So by using my right hand on the chair, it's counterbalancing to allow me to lift up my right leg. If you don't need the chair, you can reach your arms up to the sky. That's all it is. Just breathing, finding your balance, feeling your spine flatten, even out your knee to your hip, flex your foot, make everything straight as you can. Lifting your body as tall as you can. And gently come back down. Coming to the other side. Same thing. If you need your chair, lift up, reach up. Allow yourself not to rely on the chair, so you're not leaning on it, but you're pulling your body away and you're just using your chair to help to balance. Breathing. If you don't need it, both arms to the sky. Just breathing. Flex your foot, even out your hips. Can you feel everything? Squaring off, breathing and allowing. And relax and release and soften. Move the chair out of the way again. And breathe. Sweep the arms up to the sky, way up high. Soften your hands to your heart. Just breathe. Nothing but breath. Find it. Are your big toes working? Are your inner heels working? Is everything working? Your glutes, the hamstrings, the belly, the spine. Just breathe. Doesn't have to be much. Just focus on intentionally breathing, intentionally keeping everything turned on, even if you're not moving. Trying. Softly releasing your arms to your sides. Sweep the arms to the sky. Let's go to a back bend. Let me turn on my side. You can separate your hands for better, softer shoulders so you're not hunching your shoulders up to your ears. Reaching your chest upward, lifting the crown higher, extending. Feel everything lifting upward. When you can't go any further, push the hips forward, bend your knees. Reach up to the corners of the ceiling behind you. Keep extending. Keep tucking your tail. Keep lengthening. Keep pulling your chin to your throat. Keep releasing. Inhale, come back up and relax. Soften, bring your hands down. So again, like a triangle pose, let's jump the feet out or step the feet out. Nice and wide. How far can you go? Nothing hard. Easy does it. Keep your foot straight on your right leg. Pivot on your left heel. All the way out. Feel yourself adjusting for yourself. Breathing. Just allowing those hips to travel. Wrap your right arm around your back as if you were trying to grab your thigh. How far can you go without the hunching? Just straight. Just straight using your arm, not the body. Reaching. Softly pivoting through the hips. Allowing that body to melt. Little bits at a time. And come back up. Relax. Softly pivot your foot back in. Pivot your right foot back out. Adjusting for your distance. Notice how when you pivot it, your legs don't go wider. So just be careful. Don't be afraid to stop and readjust. Extending around your back. Let the hips do the work as they initiate everything. Feel your hips guiding your body to flat. Feel where it's supposed to go. Careful not to overextend or let the knee roll in. Remember? Nice and soft and gentle. Nothing hard. It's not going far. Just soft. Feel. Feel how it stretches. Try to allow yourself rather than force it. And gently come back up. Pivot your foot back in. Hopping or stepping back in together. Nothing hard. Gently allow. Breathe. Okay. Turning on my side. Allow yourself to place your hands on your back. Feel your shoulders releasing. Feel your elbows straight at your sides. Breathing. Nothing hard. Feel how it's all tight and pushing. Relax your elbows straight. Relax the tension of your hands. Carefully, not hard. Can you separate them nice and wide? Can you get the thumb and the index finger to touch? Breathe. Feel the shoulders rolling back as the chest is lifting up higher without arching your back. Just soft. Lengthen the crown further, draw the belly deeper, big toes, inner heels, still working, supporting yourself. And relax, shake that out, let your shoulders roll them out, let the arms extend outward, flex the wrist, pushing like Spider-Man, push them away, gently pulling the fingers downward and behind us, just so what we can. Feel the chest lifting upward. Feel the releasing, a little bit more stretching, breathing. This time lift your chin. Carefully stretching upward. Feel the shoulders pulling away from the ears more. And inhale way up high. Crescent moon to the right side, gently releasing yourself. Notice my hands are shoulder width apart. Just what feels good to you is good. Inhale, come back up to the other side. Just what you can. Don't force. Inhale, come back up. And melting, bend your knees, soften through the hips. Hinging at the hip joint, let your body melt. Feel the belly rolling, feel the stretching hips. Keep gently melting your body down. Keep the knees bent for now. When you can't go further with your belly, soften your spine. Chin to your throat. Shoulders melting. Breathing. Can you grab your big toes here? If you can't, just bring your hands on your shin. Can you grab your big toes with 2 fingers, index and middle, wrapping around each big toe, and locking them with your thumbs? Pressing down to your ball joints. Lift up your spine, but keep your spine between your shoulder blades. Lift up your back, lengthen forward. Now begin to lift up the back of the thighs, extending the knees back. Feel the big toes, inner heels working, except for the big toe. The ball joint's working anyway, not the toe. Feel everything working. Soften, relax, and release. Melting down. Now, stay there. You have enough room, or adjust yourself. Enough room, bring your hands to the sides or on the floor. So let's step back with the right leg. Soften, lengthen outward. Push that heel back. Let the knee soften to the floor. Let your toes relax. Remember, blankets for your knees if you need it. Pushing upward onto your thighs. Just softly reaching. Let that right arm lift up to the sky. Keep pressing the hips forward. Lift a little bit higher, stretching. Can we lean to that left side? Feel that right foot pressing a little further, left heel pushing a little more. Inhale, come back and soften. Let the hands come back. Use your chair. Here's a good place for a chair. Use your chair to help you. Gently extending back. Now, the chair. Try not to sit on your feet, but lift the hips back so that the leg extends. Right? Just extending what we can. Keep the hip lifting upward as we engage the body forward and downward. Breathing. Just what we can. Allowing. And come forward. Now gently, downward dog. All the way back. Feel the heels melting into the floor. Feel the toes pulling the feet straight. Soften, let the body come down to the knees. Now we're going all the way down, chest and chin. So soften. Let the chest come to the floor. Chin. Join your knees together. Toes, feet, heels. Lift the back of the thighs. Drawing the body forward, softly to the floor. Breathing, lengthen. How much can you lengthen your body? Anchor your hips. As we inhale, roll the spine upward just what you can. Even if you don't move, this here is good. But if you can, a little bit more. Use your hands a little bit, elbows in. And gently come back up. And sit on your feet. So, as we're sitting on the feet, the knees are a little wider. Your hands are flat, right inside of your corners of your knees, in front of them. And you're breathing and you're drawing the shoulder blades back. I'm going to go a little wider, I think. My hands, my shoulders a little wider. Drawing your shoulder blades forward with your heart. Shoulder blades back, spine between, chin into the throat. Take a deep breath. Lion. Well, I made a sound just for the effect. Trying to breathe outward. Okay? With your belly, take a deep breath. Exhaling. Take a deep breath one more time. And relax. And soften. It's great for your throat, that's great for your tongue, that's great for your breath. Sit down. Let yourself sit and allow your right leg in. Wow. Allow your left foot on top. Now where can you go? Foot to foot would be the easiest, feet further forward, right? Careful with your ankles, of course, adjusting yourself for your comfort. The closer you can come, we're going to try to get closer now. Heel to the outside hip, knee to the front. That's where we're trying to go. Half lotus. Doesn't mean we're going to get there. I cannot still get there. Still. Doesn't matter. Life is what life is. It'll allow us what we can do. But if you can, start slowly, just what you can. If you're comfortable enough to allow yourself to relax in this pose, let yourself sit taller. Right? We're allowing ourselves to sit softer, calmer, breathing. And if you think you could shift both legs a little bit, barely move, right? Just barely move. Keep relaxing. If your ankle starts to hurt here with that scooping ankle here, you got to be careful. Sometimes it's better to, well, it's always better to flex your foot and you might not go as far, but it safeguards your knee so you don't hurt your knee or your ankle. It's helpful. And if you can, you go further in. Just little bits at a time. So notice we're going to be here a little while, so allow yourself to breathe and relax. And it doesn't matter if your knee's way up here. It doesn't matter if your foot is way here. It just, the only thing matters is that if you're actually making an attempt for yourself, for the health of your body. And we're breathing, and we're trying to get lower, higher in the body, softer in the spine, and closer, maybe just a little bit. Oh, tight legs. Sometimes I get a little an awareness of activity right in here. And I pull down more, feels so good. Can you go a little further? No, that's it for me. Just stay and breathe and relax. Soften your hands, nothing hard. Try to lift up your body. Try to get that awareness to melt yourself. And allow yourself to come out. Oh, shake out those knees. Rub them if you need to. Calves, ankles, whatever you need to rub to release some more tension. Switching legs. And again, it's just what you can. I know this leg is a little tighter on me always, so whatever is gonna be is gonna be. Oh, that feels good. So the focus is on a constant drawing the body upward, so you're pulling that energy upward, energy rising, constantly lifting your body, asking your knees to melt, asking your hips to soften, asking all those little tendons inside that knee area to relax away, stretching. Can you feel your leg working? Can you activate it? But careful, again, not to hurt yourself. You don't want pain. Relax, release, and soften them back down. Let the legs lengthen out, shake them out. If you need to, rub them if you have to. Allow yourself a little time before you move on. We're going to go into a bridge pose. Get ready to lay down on your back. Softly, when you're ready, allow yourself to melt down on your back. Try keeping your chin pulling into your throat. Shoulders melting down. Try to get your feet under your heels under your knees Lifting the hips. Feel the back softly melting. As it's melting, try to tuck one shoulder underneath and then the other. Do that several times. Try to get the arms further in. Breathing. Can you push your pinkies into the inside corners of your heels? Palms flat, tucking your shoulder blades. Extending completely through your arms. Breathing and feeling. And relax. And release. And gently extend your body all the way down. Take a deep breath. As we inhale, allow the right knee to come up to your chest. Softly grabbing the side of the thigh, gently easing your arm to the side. Let your head melt to the right. Softly let your leg float, your hip melt, melting across. Try not to lose the integrity of your spine. Keep it straight as you can. Use your left leg to support you, to turn that left hip more, to relax you further. Don't worry how far the hip goes. Don't lose the integrity of a soft, melting spine. The leg is the last thing to go. It's the heaviest. So you need that bottom leg to support you, allow you, focusing constantly. Don't let the mind wander. Stay. Be mindful of the present moment. Breathing. Just allow it. A soft little melting. Taking your time. Notice how we're holding on with anxieties. Let those hips go. Let it relax. Holding is just holding. But allowing is allowing. Relax. Take a deep breath. And gently, softly, ease your body back around to your center. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. Breathe in. Allow your left knee when you're ready to gently come up. Allow your right hand to grab the side of the thigh. Ease, easy. Try not to go higher than your shoulder with your arm. Try to stay as low as you can. Breathe in. Softly melt your spine, gently. Use your right leg, your right hip to turn under, softly melting. Find the straightness of your spine. Don't rush your hips to the floor. First your upper body. Let it travel and soften. The mind travel, the body soften. Breathing, letting. Even the crown trying to extend away from the shoulders without tension. Just giving, just releasing. Take a deep breath. Relax, release, and soften. Gently bend your knees. Let them roll to the side. Come on back up. Softly all the way up. Let yourself sit. Easy pose. Easy pose. Or one leg in front of the other, which is my favorite. Or how you feel comfortable. Sitting as tall as you can. Sit tall. Lift. Try to find your sit bones with your shoulders. Keeping your spine as straight as you can. Ears to your shoulders. That's important. You can hold, if you like, your legs. That's going to help support. Draw the shoulder blades back. Heel your body tall. Keep your left arm for support. Soften your right ear toward your shoulder. Relax your shoulders away. Softly lifting your heart. Feel that shoulder melting. Chin into your throat so you're not lifting your chin. Keep your chin to your throat and it's just to the side. Just what you can without losing the integrity of your spine. Breathing. You keep more relaxed by keeping your hands soft. And breathing. Using the index finger and the middle finger of your right hand. Right on the top corner of your head in the same line as your ear canal. Gently pull that right ear, soften towards the shoulder. Lift your body tall. And the left shoulder keeps gently pushing away. And breathe. And gently come back up. Let the ear come down to the other side. Feel your heart lifting upward, not rounding your back. Feel yourself lifting tall. 2 fingers, index and middle of your left hand, coming across to the corner. Softly, gently, gently allow. Can you feel that shoulder melting down? Release your tension. And relax and release and soften. Holding your hands gently on your legs, lifting your body tall, turn to your left with your head, chin to your throat as far as you can. Can you look over your shoulder behind you? Don't sacrifice your spine. To the other side, just a rotation. Nothing big, nothing hard. Coming back to the center. Allow the chin to touch your throat. Keep your spine straight as you pull your forehead towards your navel. Exhale. Keep your spine straight. Lift your chin to the ceiling as if you were trying to lay your head on your back. Jut your jaw upward. Take a deep breath. Exhaling. Gently come back up. Relax your shoulders more. Grab one arm. Gently pull to the other side. Feel a nice stretch. Grab the other arm. Gently pull to the side. Softly feel that stretch. And relax. Sweeping your arms, take a deep breath way up to the sky. Hands coming together, soften them to your heart. Allow your head to bow. Allow your eyes to close. With gratitude in your heart for today, for the time we shared, for our life. Allowing your head to lift, allow the eyes to open. And thank you for sharing this time with me. Namaste. Thank you. See you at 7 p.m.